Since we recently witnessed Duncan Keith deciding to waive his no-move clause to play in Edmonton, I thought in the spirit of things it'd be interesting to take a look at a few players and how strong the potential is for them to be asked to waive their no-move clauses here in the near future, and where they may end up futuristically. And with that, here are 3 players with no-move clauses that could be on the move. After such an eventful and productive pair of postseasons with 2 cups in hand, the Lightning are making the most of the time that they still have to celebrate as a team, as head coach Jon Cooper was sure to shed light on the writing that's already on the wall at this point by saying, after his 2nd cup victory, this team, knowing that we're probably not going to be together, this was the end of a special group for 2 years, he says. And with that being said, unless Nikita Kucherov needs his other hip replaced, well, Julien Brisebois is going to have to make some tough decisions here shortly. With a slew of free agents already to tend to with 0 cap space, and Brayden Point's contract expiring here shortly, something will have to give for this team. One move that could drastically help free up some room to work with, aside from the pending expansion draft, is possibly moving Tampa's captain Steven Stamkos. And according to TSN insider Darren Dreger, who didn't shy away from the subject, while on TSN 1050 indicated that there have indeed been questions surfacing around Stamkos' future in Tampa Bay.
So, what are the pieces that you're moving out of Tampa Bay? Is it Tyler Johnson? Starting to hear the whispers again of the future of their captain, Steven Stamkos, in Tampa Bay.
While number 91 wasn't open to moving at all the past couple seasons, with 2 Stanley Cups now in his back pocket, it's possible that Brisebois could present him with the proposal here shortly, as a captain has been a large integral part of the team for quite some time. But it's hard to dispute that he would be worth more than other core pieces such as Nikita Kucherov, Brayden Point, Victor Hedman, or Andrei Vasilevsky. Currently set to earn $8.5 million over the next 3 seasons, Stamkos would definitely attract a team that's on the cusp or close to being a contender if not already. A couple teams that come to mind are the Vegas Golden Knights and the New York Rangers, as both have been linked to potential destinations as well for Jack Eichel. But only one team in the league is going to land the prime target, and others will have to look elsewhere. Stamkos has fought injury woes throughout his career, could be very effective still at 31 if healthy, as he was close to being a point-per-game player despite his time lost last season with 34 points in 38 games played. Another team that's on the cusp of being a strong contender is the Minnesota Wild, as the team after the addition of Kirill Kaprizov definitely proved a lot of spectators wrong last season. But one player who struggled immensely amid the success was Zach Parise, as for the first time in nearly a decade with the Wild, the forward found himself a healthy scratch, not once, but on multiple occasions while witnessing his team role decline. Unfortunately for Parise, it's looking like a mutual parting of ways could take place here shortly between him and his hometown team. Parise, who has 4 more years of contract left, sports an AAV of $7.5 million. Even still, after proving himself in the playoffs with 3 points in 4 games played, he could still be offensively effective at 36 years of age. Even though a trade, or cap dump per se, could benefit Minnesota more financially, a contract buyout could be another course of action for Billy Guerin and company. And as most of us know, players who have the no-move clause must be protected from selection by Seattle. Therefore, if a buyout or trade were to take place, it would open up another slot for protection for players such as Jordan Greenway or Nico Strom, for example. Looking at the cost for the buyout, however, still will prove challenging if the Wild decide to go with that option. If the team does decide to bite the bullet, one team that has shown interest in the Minnesota native in the past is the New York Islanders, as Lou Lamoriello has shown an interest in Parise similarly to Travis Zajac, that he went out and got last deadline. Both players were drafted by the GM and have an apparent rapport with Lamoriello to this day. And if you know anything about Lou, he loves a good cheap deal, possibly more than he likes his guys clean shaven. Therefore, if Parise were to be bought out, he could be signed at a much cheaper price and serve as a depth player on the bottom 6. With a lesser role and expectation on his shoulders, Parise could very well aim for redemption if he's given a fresh start. And yet another team captain that could be on the move this offseason is longtime Coyote Oliver Ekman-LARSSON, as the defenseman has been for quite some time open to moving on from the team that once drafted him. But unfortunately for OEL, who battled injuries last season, he's been on the decline in the desert for the last couple campaigns. And with a contract that most closely resembles John Carlson's and Roman Yossi's, according to Cap Friendly, with an AAV of $8.2 million, it's quite unlikely that any GM will be taking full financial responsibilities without Arizona eating some of the salary. After notching 24 points after 46 games played, while number 23 has been struggling, he could very well bounce back with a change of scenery. Cause, honestly, if a player doesn't want to be somewhere, he's probably not going to perform at 100%. Just ask Taylor Hall. With that being said, after Vancouver alluded to wanting to deal Nate Schmidt out from BC, Nick Kypreos recently confirmed that the Canucks are entertaining the possibility of bringing in the Swede to help on their back end.
The other thing I'm hearing, Mac, is that Vancouver's trying to move Nate Schmidt out to move in Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
As Vancouver is one of 2 OEL approved destinations since, the whole no move clause thing, Vancouver, who demonstrated a definite need for the bolstering of their blue line, could benefit from adding in the captain, especially if Arizona retains some of his salary. Regardless, I think out of all 3 players featured here, Ekman-Larsson is probably most likely to actually waive his no move clause and get traded in results. If the Canucks can't deal Schmidt and Boston can't bring him in, it's possible that, if he's desperate enough, that OEL could entertain a stint in Philly if the Flyers can't land Jones or Hamilton. Cause, no offense to Coyotes fans, but even Philadelphia right now has a brighter future with the looks of it than Arizona, unfortunately.